Welcome into the Los Angeles Lakers Report. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Got producer Coop with me today. We got a mailbag coming up where we're going to answer questions from subscribers. So if you want to get on the next mailbag, easy two-step process. Go down right now, hit that sub button, and drop your comments or questions in the comment section. Use hashtag Lakers so we can find those. But before we get into today's show, it has been 3 years since Kobe Bryant and his daughter passed away in that terrible helicopter crash. Coop, I still can't believe that it's been 3 years. I remember where I was, what I was doing when it happened, and I truly just can't even still believe it. I loved Kobe growing up, one of my favorite players of all time. We'll talk about some of our favorite Kobe moments. If you have some of your favorite Kobe moments that you want to share with us, you can comment those down below. Coop, you got a favorite Kobe moment of all time?
It's got to be his last game, right? Where
sure.
We were talking about that before the show. He had 60 points on 50 shots. And you knew Kobe was going to get his on that night. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. And yeah, I'm with you. I still really don't process that he's not with us anymore. It's crazy to think because Kobe was that guy for our generation, and it's just weird.
Absolutely. I follow this one account on Instagram that always posts Kobe's like interviews and sound clips and stuff like that. I loved him for what he was on the court, but it was just the mentality that he had is something that I thought separated him from everybody else. The Mamba mentality, the motivation. I just love Kobe. If you just want to drop Kobe in the comment section to show him some love, you can do that. I agree with you. My favorite moment is that last game, but I also loved the finals where they won and they beat the Boston Celtics. That was incredible. I love that series. That him and Pau Gasol finally got one. That one was pretty sweet. Let's get to the mailbag, though. Shout out to Kobe. Can never forget. What an animal. Enormous Fudge with the first question says, with AD coming back and Hachimura coming in, can the Lakers team make a playoff run? Coop, you want to take this one?
I think they can make a playoff run. I know the West is so jumbled right now. I believe between 13th and 3rd in the West, it's a 6-game separation. So the Lakers are right in the thick of things, and I think if you get healthy AD, he was playing unbelievable for his injury, averaging 34 and 14 before the injury. And you bring in Hachimura, who can be another good role player for the team. I think the Lakers are primed to make a run to the playoffs. Will they win a series? That's to be determined, but I think they can at least get in there. I think they could end up being a top 6 seed in the West.
And I don't think that they're done making moves either and improving this roster.
No, not at all.
When you go back and look at that trade for Hachimura, it was very calculated by Rob Pelinka. He said, I don't want to give up first-round picks unless I think that move is going to put us over the top. I'm not saying the Hachimura trade did that, but I think it puts them in a spot where they can make yet another trade with the assets they still have in their back pockets for maybe a guy like OG Anunoby, who's a guy that's really the hottest name on the trade market. Maybe a guy like Zach LaVine, maybe a guy like Bradley Beal. He's a name that we've heard for sure. But I think the Lakers can make a playoff push. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think a run is the question, and I think that's going to come down to if they get more players, because that's what they need. They just don't have enough talent right now. I'll ask you, though, will the Lakers make the playoffs? I want all the Lakers Report real ones to sound off in the comment section down below. Type your P's for if you think they're going to make the playoffs, or type your L's for you think they're going to be in the lottery, even though they don't even own their first-round pick. Jukebox 43 says, is there someone on the trade block that would help the Lakers immediately without costing too much? I just named a couple of guys. I don't know if they're going to go big game hunting, I would say, at the trade deadline, Coop. Maybe more of another under-the-cover or under-radar move, kind of like they did with Rui. I'm a big fan of that move.
Yeah, my head turns to the San Antonio Spurs with Josh Richardson and Doug McDermott. I know you've said it multiple times on this show. Just get those guys and get them in the fold, man. I mean, you're not going to give up a first-round pick for either of them. Reports were coming out of San Antonio that Richardson would just cost a second-round pick. I think he's a guy that could fit right in with the Lakers' culture and their scheme, and he's a guy that can give you 3-and-D as well as McDermott, who's one of the best snipers in the league. So if you go get those two guys, I think you become a pretty formidable rotation.
I agree. If you're able to get a guy like Doug McDermott on this team, imagine Dougie McBuckets just spotting up in that short corner, just waiting for the cross-court pass from LeBron James and being able to just let it fly. I know McDermott's not a guy that's going to give you defensive help. He's almost a liability on that side of the court. But Richardson is a guy that is going to improve your defense. You get a guy like him to come off the bench, You have him and Rui Hachimura, who are two athletic wings as well, play a little bit of defense. Richardson can handle the ball a little bit better as a spot-up shooter, but he can also break it down off the dribble. I think you get maybe not more top-heavy if you're the Lakers, but your roster fills out more, and that's kind of what helps you more times in the playoffs when you already have a guy like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He could stay healthy. That's a move I would make as well. I'd keep my eyes, though, on, I said a second ago, OG Anunoby. If the Lakers truly believe that they are a piece away, maybe they trade both those first-round picks in 2027 and 2029 for OG Anunoby. There's a rumor out there that some mystery team offered 3 first-round picks. I'm here to tell you that's not the truth, because if it was, it would have already happened. Maybe Bradley Beal. There's a lot of trades the Lakers could make, but what ones will they make? Which ones should they make? But I'm asking you, which one would you make if you were Rob Pelinka? Sound off for me down in the comments section. Name a player you think the Lakers should trade for. We'll get to more questions coming up in a second, but first, I want to give a huge shout out to our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/Lakers and use the promo code right here on screen, Lakers125, and you're going to get a 125% deposit bonus, meaning put $100 into your account, you'll have that $100, and then BetUS is going to give you $125 on top of that. You'll have $225 to bet with. You can bet on the Lakers. The NFL playoffs are really heating up right now. Sooner or later, the MLB is going to be here. BetUS, we've got your game. Get hooked up with them, chatsports.com/Lakers. Just make sure to use the promo code Lakers125. Mark Cuppa, with LeBron about to break the all-time scoring record, does he become the GOAT? I have some strong thoughts on this one, Coop, but you can go first, because I think you're going to smooth them out, and then I'm going to give him the real deal, the real tea.
I don't know if I'm going to go with the way you expected. I kind of already think LeBron is the GOAT, so here we are. I mean, 4 rings. He's the most dominant player of the 20th century, which is the hardest era to play basketball in my opinion. I just think LeBron's already there, and this will just cement his legacy. Yes, Jordan obviously has the rings and 6-0 in the finals and the mentality and all that, but I don't think there's ever been a better basketball player than LeBron James.
And that's fair. I'm glad you went with that take of, I already thought he was the GOAT. If him becoming the all-time scoring record is why you think he is the GOAT, you're wrong.
I agree.
Because what if he retired tomorrow? You're telling me if he retired tomorrow instead of playing 2 more weeks, he wouldn't be the GOAT? No, that is ridiculous. It is a great honor. It's an incredible record. But it doesn't add anything for me in the GOAT debate. The only way for me for LeBron to jump over Michael Jordan as the GOAT is for him to at least win 1 more finals. If he can get to 5, I think there's a legit conversation to be had. He gets to 6, he's the GOAT, no doubt about it. LeBron wins 1 more. Hopefully it's with the Lakers. I think he's in that conversation. No, I don't think it makes him the GOAT. I just think he becomes the owner of, the most prestigious and probably record that nobody thought was attainable in the NBA. I don't think that one record, though, makes him the GOAT. What do you say? It's the timeless debate. Is LeBron the greatest basketball player ever? I get arguments for both sides, but you're just wrong if you roll with LeBron. But let me know what you think. Type G for GOAT, N for no. It's MJ. It's MJ.
I think it's close too. I think he's a close 2.
Oh, man.
If they go 1-on-1, I'm taking Bron to win.
Oh, we could do this all day.
Yeah, exactly.
You settle it in the comments. G for GOAT, N for no. Roland Smith, my man, what up, Brody? Says, will LeBron try to convince the Lakers to bring Bronny to Hollywood? He has said he wants to play his last year with his son. That's before that. What would have to happen first is LeBron want to come back to the Los Angeles Lakers. I really think that's a storyline not a lot of people are talking about. I know you can't trade LeBron right now during the season, but you can absolutely trade him in the offseason. And I have a feeling if the Lakers fall short of the playoffs or even the play-in, LeBron's going to be upset. And the trade rumors are absolutely going to heat up around the Lakers and LeBron James. If he stays there, I think he's going to talk to Rob Pelinka about playing there. But can we talk about him being on the Lakers next year first? So I think that's a big storyline we got to talk about.
It is. If the Lakers get hot here and they make the playoffs, I don't think you have to worry about that. But
True.
If they collapse at the trade deadline, the Hachimura deal just doesn't work out for whatever reason, and they miss the playoffs altogether.
If they don't make the play-in,
We'll be talking about some LeBron trade rumors, that's for sure. I mean, but I do think there's something to be said for he wants to play with Bronny, and he's made that very clear. So imagine Bronny goes 1 year in college. If the Lakers have a first-round pick that year, are they taking Bronny just to keep LeBron back with the Lakers? I mean, it's a valid question, I think. I know, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not sure Bronny's even going to be good enough to be worth that first-round pick.
Is he Theo Pinson his first couple of years in the league? Or
Bronny,
is that disrespectful?
I think he might be a little better than Theo Pinson, but...
He's going to be a towel waiver's rookie year in the league. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but maybe I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong. Bronny and LeBron on the same court, though, would be beautiful.
Oh, it'd be amazing. I mean, it's like Ken Griffey, the Griffeys playing with
Griffies.
each other. That'd be amazing. Who would be throwing the oop? Do you think Bron would throw the oop to the Sun or vice versa?
Bronny's throwing the oop
oop. I like
Bronny's
it. I
throwing
like
the
it.
oop to Pop. So they're going to recreate the D-Wade, LeBron James with the Heat. That would be pretty cool. Appreciate everybody that got their questions in today's show. Love just chopping it up with you guys. Remember, if you want to be featured on our next mailbag, easy two-step process. Subscribe to the channel. Drop your comments down below. And if you made it this far in the video, I want you to stand up right now. Comment real one down below in the comment section so I know who finishes the video.